Good afternoon, this is Colton with Build Brothers Roofing and Solar doing a digital roof inspection here for a homeowner out in Chula Vista. We like to start these inspections on the eve of the roof and get a look at the actual wood. These are what we call boxed in eaves, so you can't see the rafters on this front section of the roof, but we can see the fascia board right there. On this section on the side, you can actually see up into these rafters. Looked in relatively good shape, not appearing to be any bad wood rot or anything like that. This is a low sloped roof. Low sloped is barely a slope going actually forward. But this is one of our flat roofing systems that we're seeing here. It's called a modified bitumen torch down roof. So it's actually a big, basically asphalt shingle base, asphalt based, tar based, with granules on top, basically rolled out in long lines. So you can actually see, granule build up over time. It'll actually build up here in the gutters. What we want to look for on roofs like this is adequate bleed out. So bleed out is basically where the seams connect, is our waterproofing on this roof. And it looks like whoever installed this did a good amount of bleed out. You want to see about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch going on here, and that's what we're seeing. Sensitive areas are going to be penetrations on flat roofs. We say penetrations here with added mastic and stuff like that to basically adhere it. Over time, this will crack, so it's always important to inspect these for any cracking, because you can start to see cracking occur around here, and that can be a sensitive area for the roof. There is one concerning area. I would say it's this section right here. It looks like a little bit of tar was adhered on a seam. Maybe just a little bit of a preventative measure on this section. But over time, what happens is actually the tar will start to crack on the edge here, because it just heats up and it starts to crack away. You'll actually see it right here. Basically just start to disintegrate on the edge. And then what do you see right there? It's kind of pulling up, and you can kind of see an area where water can basically get underneath this torch down. You got your drip edge right here, and it kind of gets pulled up too. Water's, that's an access point for water, and it just happens along that cracking. Chimneys are always super sensitive areas, so we always like to inspect these. The counter flashing on this chimney, which is this part right here, is a little bit beat up. You're supposed to roll that torch down underneath. They did what's called a makeshift cricket to kind of defer water off to each side, but you can just kind of see the granule build up over time on a section like this. You definitely did add some mastic and other stuff. Definitely one of the sensitive parts of this roof. Definitely recommend getting this inspected yearly. The overall condition of this torch down roof is in good condition, I would say. We see adequate bleed out. We don't see a lot of granule loss. When these roofs get really old, you can actually see the black showing through in the middle of the strips right here. So kind of what I'm saying is right there. This section, I don't know if this is outdoor patio section or if this is part of the house, but this is definitely an older section of torch down. There's no bleed out. There's a bunch of granule loss. You can actually see down to the tar right here. These edges are actually coming up completely. So this is definitely an older section that would be my recommendation to tear off and redo. The main house does have some life left. There's definitely concern with the cracking of the torch down, but the overall condition and age of it is relatively within its life time and life cycle. So definitely just want to make sure that we inspect it. You can see kind of this lips getting pulled up over time, and we're just concerned about these edges kind of failing first, but it looks to be in good condition. No active leaks currently, so we'll give this information to the homeowner. Thank you.